Oh, hey. What's going on? Blue cheese over ranch in the chat has the following question, or take, if you will. I'm assuming this is Blue Jays related, but you be the judge. If you take the team out of teamwork, you're left with just work. But the only work I'm seeing lately are the endorsements. Gotta love those Uncrustables.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Thursday, June the 4th. Oh, this month is going to be good. It's going to be so good. We are live on X. We are live on YouTube. We are live on the Facebook. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Great to talk to you today. Quick comment from the chat, courtesy of Jay Caro, who writes the following. Hey, Sid, point to the direction of the beach for the chat. Flex emoji. For the listening audience, let me explain. I'm wearing a shirt that's tighter than normal. It's a summer shirt.
See arms.
You see a bit of my arms. Some of them tanned, some of them not.
Mostly not.
This is what winter Sid can look like. Also, many people asking if I'm golfing today. No. I will be teeing off on things, but I will not be golfing per se. By the way, I've also entered my 9 and dine age because I've had a few offers, but Azo and I are in here like most of the morning and early afternoon. So golfing is difficult. But I am going to probably a couple of times this summer do the 9 holes and dinner. Honestly, looking forward to it. Seems like a good time because no golf course wants to see me on it for longer than 9 holes. That I can guarantee you. Look, the World Cup is a week away, folks. The World Cup. Do you really want it? Do you really want it?
Hey.
The Mundial. That's all I can sing due to copyright here on YouTube, X, and Facebook. But we are a week away from a North American World Cup. This is the biggest World Cup in terms of travel between cities in the history of the tournament. This is a monster. It's a monster in terms of geography. It's a monster in terms of travel. It is a monster in terms of teams, 48 teams. 1 week from today in Mexico, it all begins at 3 p.m. Eastern. South Africa and Mexico, the rivalry continues. And then later on, Czechia, South Korea, the rivalry continues. And then Canada, 8 days away, against Bosnia. A couple things before we really get going here. One, because I'm hearing this a lot from news organizations, not just in Toronto, but across the country. Listen to me for a minute. This is the biggest sporting event in the world. This is the biggest television audience for an event in the world, and it's going to be played in Canada. Stop calling it the FIFA. That's not the name of it. It's the World Cup, not FIFA. One is a governing body. The other is the biggest sporting event in the world. Figure it out. When you're watching the Olympics and covering it and we're approaching the Olympics, do you say on air, we're really looking forward to an exciting 2 weeks of IOC? No one says that. You know why? Because it's dumb. Dear Canadian journalists who watch soccer once, maybe every 4 years or every 2, at least get the name of it right. It's the World Cup, not the FIFA. You idiot. The FIFA. I've heard the FIFA 19 times today. I'm not going to say what channel. You know which one it is. The FIFA. The FIFA. 1 billion people are going to watch Canada-Bosnia on TV next Friday. Most watched Canada soccer game ever. The FIFA. Jesus Christ. So I want to rectify that. Second thing. Azo and I went to the Marlies game last night at Coca-Cola Coliseum. Hello, Azo.
Hey, Sid. A lot of people liking Summer Sid here with the...
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's arm day today.
It must be.
Mm.
Somebody says, who is it? Endangered and Smoose. Sid, you're looking fit. The drive-through daily breakfast is really working for you.
Yeah, and getting pissed at the people honking behind me. Also,
You didn't get honked today?
no.
Okay.
And you know what I did? Like a coward.
Oh, no. You honked.
I no.
Because that's what
When I
cowards
got
do.
when I got my food,
Yeah.
I rolled forward as to not piss off the person behind me. Then I realized there was no one behind me.
Oh, there you
So I
go.
rolled forward for no reason.
Can't get honked if no one's behind you.
I got honked in the drive-thru yesterday for those of you who missed it.
Just by double-checking your order.
I handled it well. I handled it well. So Azo and I go down to the Marlies last night. Tons of families, bunch of kids. Everyone's enjoying it. Really good time.
People
Really
are
good
into the game there.
People into the game, man.
Yeah.
You know who wasn't into the game at the end of it? Easton Cowan.
I think he was too into it.
Bad turnover.
Trying to do
Like-
too much.
Marlies lost. It's 2-2 in their conference final with
They pulled the Hurricanes, though. They were up to nothing.
the Wilkes-Barre Dubuses.
Yeah.
But there was moments where Easton Cowan's like, clearly you should not be in the AHL because you're too good. And then it's like giveaway city.
Yep. Cost them the game.
But we had a good time.
We did. It was fun.
And I have to warn everyone around Toronto. Now, some of you know exactly what I'm talking about already.
Oh, yep.
7 p.m. Eastern start down right by BMO Field last night, okay? And this is for anyone, I don't care where you are. Pickering, Woodbridge, Markham, Richmond Hill, Brampton, Milton, Oakville. I don't care where you're listening to this. And if you're in the city, same deal. Different challenges, same deal. I gave myself an hour and 15 minutes from the 9:05 yesterday to get downtown. We were still late for the hockey game.
I wasn't.
No, Azza wasn't, because he's a nerd. And he leaves 90 minutes ahead of time every time he leaves the house. But I thought an hour and 15 was plenty. Nope. Yeah. Not on the Gardner. Not when they're closing 2 lanes. Not 1, 2 lanes into the city. I don't know what you're going to encounter. You need to give yourself, I'm being dead serious, if you're driving around Toronto for the next 3 weeks or however long it takes to play the 6 games for the World Cup, you got to give yourself 90 minutes. That's non-negotiable. If you care about being late, I know some of you don't, whatever, as you were. Don't change anything. You need to give yourself 90 minutes. I don't care where you are in the GTA and Southern Ontario if you're coming downtown. This is crazy. The Jays were out of town last night.
Yeah.
Out of town. No World Cup game last night. Jays out of town. I barely got there in time. Actually, I didn't get there in time. I was late. I don't like being late. I scolded myself. So just a heads up. Toronto, it's a week away, and you can already feel the traffic issues. Seriously. So just, if you haven't driven downtown recently, heads up.
Don't worry. Transit makes it easy. Oh, wait. No, I had issues on transit, too.
Yeah, you had. Oh, yeah. What were your issues on transit?
No, it was just.
By the way, CP24 has turned into the transit story station.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's all they got.
They'll be ready.
And all the stories are like, we'll be ready. Everything's closed today.
Yeah.
We'll be ready. No lines are running today. Like everyone's dumb. Good job. Good job, Mayor.
Oh, man.
You're doing great. Good job, City Council. Doing great.
1 week. They'll figure it out.
Jack in the chat, in a week, we roll, baby. You know what? Never mind any of that. Jack's right. This is the Mundial. This is the World Cup.
The FIFA.
The FIFA. Un grande FIFA is coming to Toronto. You don't have to call it the World Cup. It's just the biggest sporting event in the world. Don't do research. You know what? Why don't you call it the Johnnies? Why don't you call it the Infantinos? Johnny. We're going to award the Johnny on July 19th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
How does Johnny get around? Does he have to abide by all the road closures and all the stuff going on?
No, he's got 7 helicopters.
It's true.
7. So the World Cup's a week away. Canada's first World Cup game, 8 days away. Can you believe it? Okay, so sticking with Canada, they take on Bosnia next Friday. Azzo and I will be live streaming that one here in studio. We also might be downtown for a couple shows. We don't know yet. I don't know. We're working on some stuff. We'll let you know where we are when. But we might be kind of changing some locations for a few days. And we're excited about it. But we can guarantee you on June the 12th, 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live on YouTube, X, and Facebook during the game. And all the Canada and Portugal games. And we'll play it by ear after that. I want to go over the timeline again for the purposes of our show, because I think it's important. As we know, Alphonso Davies is a massive story going into this World Cup for Canada. He is their captain. He is their best player. He has suffered 3 straight hamstring injuries, and his status is very much up in the air for the tournament and the first game. So the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media, spoke to Fonzie last Thursday. It was a week ago today. And it was a revealing interview. And let's cut the crap. You've probably heard about it. So it was so revealing that the information in it was a little, sensitive, especially in terms of Canada Soccer's prep. And after floating a clip earlier this week, we pulled it and agreed that we wouldn't air the interview at all until the messaging was straight with Canada Soccer, because we respect Canada Soccer. We did our job, but we respect Canada Soccer. I hope to play that interview for you in short order. So that clip that we floated that you may have heard about was Tuesday morning. And it kind of contradicted stuff that happened the night before in Edmonton a little bit, which got people's attention. Because the night before in Edmonton, Alphonso Davies and Jesse Marsch spoke after the Uzbekistan game. And some of you kind of maybe haven't noticed this, but I can tell you with great certainty, Alphonso Davies doesn't do a lot of interviews in this country. He just doesn't. I'll withhold the whys and the whats, but the reality is he doesn't. So Monday night, he spoke with Jesse Marsch and was kind of vague about his chances of playing next Friday against Bosnia, coming off 3 straight hamstring injuries. We put a little something out Tuesday morning, slightly contradictory in tone. And then yesterday they practiced in Montreal ahead of the final friendly before the World Cup, which is tomorrow at Saputo Stadium in Montreal against Ireland. Now, this is what I can tell you for sure. Alphonso Davies was not scheduled to talk yesterday. But he walked over to the press and guess what? Started talking. Because with all due respect to Fonzie, there's a lot of people who have made the rather luxurious trip from Charlotte to Edmonton following this story, and they had some questions. The drenching of humidity that the media took in Charlotte covering this World Cup team turned into just a drenching in Edmonton. And I understand why people are feeling like, okay, so what's the story here with Davies and the injury? Legitimate question. So unprompted, and I can't stress enough how odd this is for Fonzie. Unprompted, he just kind of walked over to the press. And it's the usual suspects: Josh Cloak, Shinetti, Ben Steiner. It's who am I missing? Like Sharman was there, Faisal was probably there. Like I'm guessing. I'm forgive me if I'm missing someone, because that press corps around Canada works very, very hard.
Right.
But they were all there and kind of wanted to know the status. And I'll be honest with you, once again, Alphonso Davies really didn't put any clarity on the issue. And quite frankly, nor should he, because he could wake up the morning of June the 12th and feel like $1 million. Adrenaline is a hell of a thing. You'd be surprised what a 25-year-old might feel the morning of a Canadian World Cup game in Toronto. You'd be surprised. I put nothing past anybody. So yesterday in Montreal, he walked over. That was not the plan. And the media immediately kind of drilled down on how are you feeling and what are your honest chances for June the 12th? Like, just kind of level with us. They didn't say it in those terms, but that's kind of what you could feel. And this is what Davies said.
I mean, the first game is it's coming up pretty quickly. I think the thing we've talked about, as me and the coach and, the people that were in that meeting, I think we understand how important the first game is, but they understand, recovery is always an important thing. If I'm recovering, as good as possible, let's see. If not, then, there's no need to rush. Just keep continuing the recovery.
So it's a possibility that we can leave it at a possibility?
I mean, anything is possible in life. I mean, for me, it's like, all depending on how the recovery is going, how, these next few days or this week leading up to the game goes.
Anything is possible in life. He's not wrong. Scorpio Canuck in the chat. Shout out to Kristen Jack. You forgot, Sid. Two things. One, I never forget about Kristen Jack. And two, he technically was not in Montreal yesterday. He was doing some TSN commitments in Toronto, and he will be there today. I would never forget about KJ. Believe me. So again, it's the messaging has been consistent publicly for the most part. We'll wait and see. I don't think he's playing on June the 12th. And just a reminder, I think this is important. So, like, let's walk through this together. If Alphonso Davies, the captain of our men's national soccer team, does not deem himself healthy enough to play against Bosnia in the first men's Canadian World Cup game on Canadian soil, Friday, June the 12th, that is significant. So 6 days later against Qatar, he's fine. And then 6 days after that against Switzerland in Vancouver, he's fine. And if Canada get through the group stage for the first time in men's soccer history, now the tough games come. So he's going to be ready for that? I just worry about the timeline. For someone who's clearly being cautious as a member of Team Canada and also an employee of Bayern Munich, one of the biggest sports entities in the world. These games are coming thick and fast, man. Like, I want to be optimistic, but if you don't feel like you're good enough for the biggest game in Canadian men's soccer history, when are you healthy enough? Is what I can't shake. And is the obvious question. So Fonzie tried to clarify yesterday without overly clarifying, and it's still kind of this awkward dance that's happening because no one wants to shoot down hope. Listen, Azul's been in sports a long time. I've been in sports a long time. People find health in weird places. The dollar store, the morning they wake up, on a training table, it comes out of the blue. And it's a risk-reward thing. Now, the other thing that happened yesterday in Montreal with Alphonso Davies is he did kind of let us into how he's been feeling lately. And Jesse Marsch, let me reset the Jesse Marsch part of this. Bayern Munich's season comes to an end. They win their version of the FA Cup, the DFB Pokal. They have a celebration. Davies is seen all over social media singing Justin Bieber songs at the party. His voice is like velvet and peanut butter. It's lovely. And then people assumed he would join the camp in Charlotte with the rest of Team Canada. According to Jesse Marsch, no. He wanted to give Davies 2 or 3 days to just decompress. Stay in Europe, decompress. Because the second you get to Canada, it's on, obviously. So Alphonso Davies stayed in Europe for a few days, and that's when we talked to him. Yesterday, he kind of opened the door and pulled back the curtain on how he's been feeling mentally about the injuries. Again, he has not played for Canada since March of 2025 when he blew out his knee. He has barely played this calendar year. The last time he played 90 minutes for Bayern Munich was like January 31st, I believe. That's a long time ago. A reminder, soccer games are 90 minutes. Knockout stage games in the World Cup, potentially longer. So Davies was asked kind of mentally where he's been at, which is struggling to stay healthy. And he was rather open about it. Listen to
mentally, it was very draining, suffering these injuries. I think it's nice to just, step away and reset your mind and, and think of, how far you came. And, I was going into a hole where I was, doubting myself, but I had that time off and I, thought about why I'm doing this and how important this is to me.
Why I'm doing this. That's our captain, man. Alphonso Davies is the captain of this team. He had to have a mental reset to the point of why am I doing this? He went down a dark hole, he said. Whoa. That's not insignificant. And I hear that and I'm like, look, if there's any hesitation, you can't play the kid. You cannot play the kid in any game for his own sake and Canada's. I've mentioned this on air before. I'm serious. If he's hesitating, I don't doubt his commitment. But if mentally he's like, I don't want to do this a fourth time to a hamstring, I'll guarantee you get hurt. Moise Bombito, the center back for Canada, went out there in Edmonton this week playing center defense, having not played virtually all year, and he looked like a guy who was worried about a lot of things. And on top of that, he was limping after the game following a broken leg earlier in the club season. Last October, I believe. If Davies goes out there not being his complete self, there is no point to it. It pains me to say that. But I do firmly believe you have to have committed physical people out there in a very hard tournament. Now, I understand where Davies is coming from. I get it. It's a big moment. I did get a little more concerned, though, when I heard Jesse Marsh on Overdrive last night. And I'm not quite sure what the relationship is like between Jesse Marsh and Alphonso Davies. Let's just say after Davies ripped his knee apart in a third-place game last March, it wasn't great. Bayern's relationship with Jesse Marsh in Canada Soccer probably wasn't great. I've been told it's fine now, so I'll take them at face value. But my real fear here is the rushing of Davies, the pressure now on Davies. Both internal pressure and from those around him. And I can't even rationalize what that would feel like, to have an entire country look at you every day saying, you good? That would piss me off very quick. But Jesse Marsh, who's faced nothing but injury questions for the last month as head coach of our national team, was on Overdrive last night and said a couple things. First, he said, yeah, the plan is to not have Davies play Bosnia on June the 12th. But then he goes on to basically say, hey, miracles happen, and he's a quick healer. Listen to this.
Alphonso, look, I know that he's had some injuries, and I know that the plan is that he won't be back for the first match, but he's a freak athlete, man, and this guy is a competitor. So, without trying to put pressure on him, I really believe in Alphonso, and so we're taking it day by day. We're really trying to monitor where we are with everyone, but specifically Alphonso. He's shown to be a quick healer over the years. We obviously know what an incredible athlete he is. So I'm not counting him out of anything. I know the kind of competitor Alphonso is, and I know the kind of athlete. So, he's going to play in this tournament.
Kira in the chat, Davies needs to realize this is the biggest football match on Canadian soil in men's soccer history. He needs to do whatever he can to play. Look. I very much appreciate where Jesse Marsh is coming from. I get it. He just signed a new contract. He signed through to 2030. So he's going to be around. Canada Soccer don't have the financial muscle to Craig Berube him out of town. That's not how this works. He's going to be around. I didn't like 1 second of that answer from Jesse Marsh. Not one. And I think we're walking down fantasy land at this point. After everything we've heard, if you think Davies is actually going to play significant minutes on June the 12th, that's fantasy land. And to have it perpetuated even remotely last night by Marsh, I think is irresponsible. No one at the CSA just wants to say he's not playing, guys. And a clean break. We're focusing on Qatar. We're focusing on the 18th in Vancouver, June the 18th. Why no one is really saying that, I think is weird. I think it's really strange. Because it just keeps, I got news for you. The questions are going to keep coming. You can piss and moan that you don't like the questions all you want, Jesse March. Then close the door. If you're not going to close the door, the questions are all going to come because that's the obvious question. It's kind of a relevant one. So, again, personally, I have no expectations to see him out there on June the 12th against Bosnia. It's a damn shame, but he's really injured. I don't know if you've known this, but he couldn't start a Champions League game back on May the 6th or finish one, technically. So how people want to handle this is up to them. But let's just cut the BS is what I'm trying to say today. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. You were trying to manage a story, and the horses are already very much out of the barn. So the intense extra pressure on Davies, and honestly, there's enough of it. The extra pressure I'm hearing on Davies is getting out of control. And it's getting out of control from a federation whose job is to control it. I hope a miracle happens, but let's not get stupid about it and put more pressure on the 25-year-old who, as he told us yesterday, has been going through some things. And that's all I really have to say on the matter. Jeff Ezeparty, good afternoon.
Hello again, Sydney.
What'd you make of Davies yesterday? That was, again, not scheduled at all.
No.
Which is unheard of for Davies to do that.
So I'm with you on the Marsh thing. Because the guy who says he doesn't want his captain to not feel pressure to come back is also the guy saying he's a freak athlete. He's a superstar. He heals quickly.
I hated that.
What do you mean? That's putting pressure on him.
Of course.
And just rule him out. And what I hate is, yes, it's going to be the biggest match in Canada, in Canadian history, to have that game next Friday here in Toronto. But it's a tournament. The FIFA is a tournament.
The FIFA. It is. Yes, the FIFA is a long tournament too.
But it's not just about him getting into that game. It's about how is his body going to respond and how will it bounce back for the next two games. That's what you got to be worried about.
Well, it's a puzzle, right?
Yes.
It's pretty obvious. Davies can't give you all of it. No. So
but if he plays in that first game, misses the rest of the tournament, obviously, to your point the other day, 70% of teams make it on. He moves on and he can be healthier for the next round and he can help you in those other games. That's when you want him. That first game doesn't mean as much.
And on top of it, it means something.
No, it does. Obviously,
it
does.
But first off, 8 third-place teams get through.
Right.
Let's remember that.
Yes.
So it's not just first or second in the group. This is you have some leeway.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen plenty of teams with 3 points in the standings, 1 win and 2 losses are going to find their way in.
Right.
But they're going to find their way in. If I'm Canada Soccer, enough with the June 12th.
Right.
Enough.
Just move past
because I think they're good enough to beat or to at least tie Bosnia without Davies.
And
I think they're good enough.
You keep preaching about the depth and the talent on this squad.
I caught Bosnia play over the weekend. They're okay. Yeah. They're okay. I still don't know how Italy didn't close that deal. I have no idea. They choked. The nerves got the better of them. Bosnia are a team you can get a point from, which historically would be quite a moment for our men's program.
Of course.
Considering we're 0-6 in the World Cup all time. So let's remember where the bar is here.
But to me,
I think Canada can get this point against Bosnia, go for the win, but at least get a point next Friday. You don't play Davies. Qatar sucks.
Yeah.
If Davies is ready on the 18th in Vancouver, let him go out there and run circles around these guys because he can. And then the confidence level goes up in Davies.
Of course.
And the confidence level goes up in the rest of the team.
Of course.
And the rest of the starting 11 and Marsh and the Federation and the fan base. And the narrative completely changes. Seeing a limping Davies out there in the first game is morale crushing for him and us.
Especially if it's going to set him back more is what I'm saying, though. It's about his bounce back. It's not just about him getting into the first game.
Of course.
It's about how his body and how his hamstring is going to bounce back after that. Big deal. It's one game in a tournament.
Thomas the Traveler in the chat. Italy choke? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Also, many people saying that Azo also has the guns out today. Are you wearing you are wearing
I'm a t-shirt, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the 2-inch python I got right here. Look at this. Oh.
Point. Which way is the beach?
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I just wanted to get that. It was the Marsh. The Davies stuff was really interesting yesterday. The Marsh stuff I found borderline slightly reckless. But I also know
that's how it's been.
But I also know he's also playing cheerleader here. I get that. I understand that. Look, I love Canada. I'm locked into this. Like, none of Canada's group games have been sold out so far.
Yeah.
Now, that's secondary
wonder.
pricing as well.
Right.
And I'll get to that in a second. But I just think there's a smart way to do this
I agree.
where you can, like, the pressure on this kid has to stop. He's not 100%. It has to stop. So just acknowledge it.
And he's getting pressure from everywhere.
There's pressure from sponsors. There's pressure from him. There's pressure from family. There's pressure.
Exactly.
Like, it is not easy trying to navigate this where, like, your hamstring is the most talked about hamstring in the country.
Dude, the most telling part of that clip that circulated from our show this week is he said, like, flat out, it was honest. Of course I want to play. Of course I do. He does, but the timeline doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't add up. And it might not add up for the 3 group games either.
That,
Because I saw Sharman on Sportsnet say that with Faisal. Speaking of guns out,
yeah.
it's a nice day in Montreal.
Yeah, it
yesterday.
was.
Those two have been working out. And, like, someone explain to me if he's not ready on the 12th, how he's ready for the 16th and the 24th. Or for the 18th and the 24th, pardon me.
It's hard to
Like,
understand how a body, depending what kind of therapy you're
Dude.
doing and how you're doing it.
dude. Not Stretch in the chat writes the following. Where is it? Forgive me. There's a lot coming in
Yeah,
here.
there is.
Sid is Ozempic skinny. No, I don't take Ozempic. I take no Ozempic. Can I be honest with you? What I cut
for
out of my
sure.
diet? I cut out 2 things in my diet.
Not breakfast.
No, not breakfast. And not frustration in my drive-through.
Right.
I got a steady diet of that this week. 2 things. Soda.
That's huge.
There's some good sugar-free sodas out there, which are still tasty. But soda, donuts.
Can I be honest with you? Because
That's what I've cut out.
Like, I lost a bit of weight after my last job. It's getting off that morning shift too. No offense to it, but
The morning shift,
it messes with you, man.
the morning shift is a lot.
When you can get back into a routine
Yes.
and eating regular meals,
now,
like,
it's
you
now
can be
to-
smart
to be
about it.
fair about the morning show I was on, it's not like I was eating super healthy at Sportsnet, as a lot of people know. But like I've just cut out. I haven't cut out a lot of stuff. I'm not like overly exercising. I'm just cutting out a few things.
Question: do you lose weight in your head too when you lose weight?
I can tell. I can.
Because some of my fitted hats are huge on me now. I can't wear them.
Well,
it's weird, or they just lost brain cells.
since becoming an on-air
Yeah,
personality,
maybe that's it.
your head has grown.
No, it's shrunk.
Yes.
That's what
no,
I'm saying.
I think your head's grown. a little
No,
bit.
it's true. Would not talk to.
But I can
anybody
tell you
less
from
than-
firsthand experience, not everything shrinks.
Oh my god. Okay, back to Davies.
I'm just saying my hat's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
My hat's fine. All right. So anything else on the Davies thing? Because we have a bunch of stuff here that we need to get to. That's kind of like
I'm just to your point wondering why there isn't a clear cut.
just like it's
I
not
mean,
like. How about this? How about this? What about this scenario? Let me play PR for people.
But hold on, that was the most clear I've heard anything from what Jesse Marsh said on Overdrive last night.
Oh,
Like,
he said
I
on
didn't like the
Overdrive-
follow up, but the fact
Oh, yeah.
that he said the plan
Play-
is to not have him for that
Can
game.
you play the start of that again?
Yeah, of course.
Jesse Marsh confirmed he's not playing.
Yeah,
Listen.
he said the plan for it is.
I know that he's had some injuries, and I know that the plan is that he won't be back for the first match. And
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all you have to hear.
that's
The
it.
plan is to not have him there.
That's
It's the
it.
first time I've heard that from anybody from Canada Soccer.
Well, he kind of when he got to Charlotte, he did say something very similar.
Right.
to Jesse
They
Marsh,
kept
to be fair about it.
insinuating it.
But like it's just like they wanted both ways.
But that's why
Like,
I thought.
they don't want to confirm he's out,
Right.
But they're telling you he's out in a very political way, and
they
it's
kept
just it's getting
insinuating.
a little silly. Is,
Yeah.
is my point.
I mean, nobody's
Especially-
going to be surprised if he's
Especially
out
when
that
the guy
day.
in question said he's not playing.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll listen. We'll see. We'll see what else the story. Again, we have an interview that we'd like to play for you. We're working on it, and hopefully we can.
'Cause there's other good stuff in it too.
Oh yeah, Azzo got in. Azzo asked the best questions. He asked the best.
I've
ones.
watched people do this before.
Official Nickel City Grunge in the chat.
Damn, that's a handle.
I had to make sure there wasn't anything nefarious in it. Why the hell are they putting so much pressure on this guy? Let me answer that very easily. Canadian men's soccer have never had anyone close to as good as Alphonso Davies when healthy. Any other question? That's it.
Pretty sure.
Guys, it's not close. It's not close. Jonathan David is a very good soccer player. He was swallowed whole at Juventus this year. He couldn't take it. It's a tough business. This kid at 19, 20 is walking into Munich and winning the Champions League. As a left back, as a defender, it's not his natural position. His natural position has always been wing. But he was so good at Bayern that they're like, we have to play this kid somewhere. Can you play left-sided defense? He's like, sure, I'll try it. And every Premier League club was looking at him before he got hurt. That's how good Alphonso Davies is. That's why there's pressure. As they say, to quote The Undertaker, pressure is a privilege. I don't think it was The Undertaker that said it.
It might have been.
Was that The Undertaker?
Maybe ahead of a WrestleMania when he
Yes.
had the streak going? Maybe.
I think so. For the record, I am fully aware he's not playing that game June 12th. So I am way more realistic about it than most people.
As a lot of people in the know seem to be or around.
I am completely in agreement with what Sharman said on Sportsnet Central last night with Faisal. Sharman went as far as to say he doesn't expect him in the group stage. I could see it. Those games are coming thick and fast.
Of course.
You have a severe hamstring injury? Got news for you. Tough to play soccer that way.
Again, the bounce back is key. And bodies sometimes don't bounce back, especially hamstrings are one of the trickiest injuries to manage, too.
Correct.
That in a groin is unbelievable.
Chris in the chat, Michael Scott had the quote, pressure is a privilege. Yes, Michael Scott. Well played. So a lot of interesting sound out of Montreal yesterday. Another Canadian athlete had also some really interesting sound yesterday as well. And it involved Felix Auger-Aliassime. Now, I know Azo and I haven't been knee deep in the French Open. Our bad. I have to be honest with you. I don't get into tennis mode until there's a Canadian in the semis, and it almost happened here at the French with Felix. But as we know, the big story at the French Open on the men's side this year, and the women actually, a lot of top seeds went out early. Like, it was a bloodbath. There was blood all over the clay at Roland Garros. But Felix Auger-Aliassime, the Canadian stud, top-ranked player on the men's side, he was not only winning, but the path to the final was like opening up. It was looking good. So yesterday, he had a quarterfinal against Italy's Flavio Cobolli, and it wasn't close. He won the first set, lost the next three. Felix did. Auger-Aliassime. And Azo suggested we kind of play this, and I saw the clip, and I'm like, I don't know if it fits. And he said, well, in relation to Alphonso Davies kind of doubting himself publicly, it kind of fits. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So there's been a bit of a theme this week in Canadian sports of Canadian athletes going, this isn't good enough. I don't feel great about this. So this is the clip after the match of Felix Auger-Aliassime, who again was within touching distance of not just a semi, but a final. Like, he could have got there. Yannick Sinner gone, Djokovic gone. Like, some big names were out on the men's side. Go ahead, Azo.
No, so I'm going to just chime in because it's the last question of his availability after. And he kept talking about how disappointed he was. So the last question was, which you'll hear part of it in here, is even though you're disappointed right now, like, you still had a good run. You're going to be ranked 4th in the world. Like, what else do you take out of it?
Valid. Before we go to the clip, I want to go to the chat here. Moses Da Silva writes in the chat, Sid, this is your fault, not your sidekick for not talking Roland Garros. It's your name on the show.
Yeah, damn right. Thank you, Moose.
It's actually a pretty good point. I'm going to double down. It was all Azo's fault. He controls all editorial on this show.
But dude, he's going to be ranked 4th in the world.
Oh, Felix is in the middle of it.
He's on a run.
But as you're about to hear, this is a young man who's getting a little impatient and believes he should have reached the Grand Slam mountaintop already. Listen to this.
It's still a Grand Slam quarterfinal. You're going to be number 4 in the world on Monday. Can you reflect on this tournament, the first part of the season?
Yeah, on one end, like, in a bigger perspective, I mean, I can't complain with my life, but I'm in a place right now with my tennis career that is tough. I'm a little bit like, I'm destroyed today a little bit. Like, you know, it's tough. Like I usually handle losses pretty well, I have to say. Like my whole career, I was going back to training with optimism and positivity, but now I feel like I'm not the player I want to be, so today is a difficult day.
Not the player I want to be.
I know.
Whoa. He's being a little tough on himself, isn't he?
Very.
Got to a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam.
Again, going to be ranked 4th in the world.
Yes.
He's moving up. Like, he's right there.
Like, that's just tough to hear.
Yeah. But it does let you into the insight of an athlete and how they can fall on themselves, even if they are in a good run.
For sure. Like, it's not...
Or if they are that talented, I should say.
It's now multiple examples this week of Canadian athletes kind of thinking big picture about stuff.
Part of me, I don't want to say likes it, but that he expects himself to be better. Because in a champion, that's what you want. A defeat to feel that crushing.
But Fonzie's clip was like he had to think about what he was doing.
Yeah.
And why he was doing it.
That was a weird quote.
Revealing.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of athletes, they'll never say that out loud. I respect that Alphonso Davies said that. Because I'm sure that's a far more common internal discussion with athletes than we realize. Because everyone walks away at some point, whether it's forced upon you or you decide. So just to hear that kind of stuff is wild.
I thought it was crazy to hear.
Yes. Okay. Anything else on Felix?
No.
Go get him at Wimbledon, Felix.
Exactly.
Just go get him.
Exactly. No, I'm again.
I love me some Felix Auger-Aliassime.
He has a chance to really do something, put a mark on Canadian tennis, be one of the greatest ever, ranked 4th in the world. Like, come on, let's go get it.
Chris in the chat, no talk about golf, Canadian Open next week. Yeah, a tip to Canadian golf officials, not during World Cup opening weekend. Might want to try something.
It's a little bit weird timing.
Now, I know the PGA Tour kind of forces things upon event organizers. That's a hell of a week to have the Canadian Open.
Yeah.
Because those guys on Overdrive have done a hell of a job promoting that event. They've turned into something a little different. Like the promo in that event is not what it used to be. But World Cup week, it's going to get swallowed whole. I'm sorry.
Of course.
Like,
and when frustrates
we're getting excited
me
about Russell Henley coming up to Canada and winning that turn. Like, what are we doing here?
What frustrates me is that they've taken a few steps to make it a more recognizable event of something people look forward to.
Like the rink hole, smart stuff.
They've done really big steps in the last few years, and
sure.
now all of a sudden, this is going to make it disappear again. Not
It's
disappear.
going to disappear.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Canada plays the Friday. You and I see each other on the Monday. What the hell are we going to be talking about on Monday?
That's true.
Give me a break. Chimichanga in the chat. The field is actually respectable. Yeah, here's the problem. Not the point.
Yeah.
You put it up against a monster. It is up against a monster
first weekend,
this
something
week.
people have been waiting 4 years for.
Do you know there's like 4 games a day starting Saturday?
First one in North America.
For 2.5 weeks. Like, I think it's an unfortunate booking for Golf Canada. It really is.
It really is.
It's unfortunate. Because that's crazy. Back to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So a few things here. Canada play Switzerland on the 24th in Vancouver.
What jerseys are they going to be wearing for that game?
Canada on the 24th will wear a white jersey while the other team wears red. Switzerland, get the red.
Allez la rouge. Allez
la blanc.
Apparently that's what it is.
Allez la blanc, allez. Allez la blanc, allez. Because they got the red. Allez. Fix that. Canada soccer, fix it. Victor Montagliani, fix it. That is a joke on the 24th. Canada needs to be in red jerseys. Do you know how many people are going to watch TSN going, sorry, that's not Canada?
Yeah. Which one? Who?
Sorry, who's this Xhaka guy for Canada?
When do we add him?
No, that's the Swiss midfielder. Got it.
We're too polite as a country.
We are. Well, maybe we're not. So one of their top strikers for Switzerland apparently is having trouble getting a visa into Canada.
Oh, I heard there's a few players, aren't there, having visa issues?
There's a few. The one directly involving Canada, Switzerland, is a striker named Breel Mbolo, a veteran striker, had a good year at Rennes in France, and they're probably going to use him at some point. So because of a prior conviction that dates back to 2018, he got in a scrap.
Oh boy.
Like he's having issues getting a visa into Canada. So there's some emergency application that's been filed
Again,
in Switzerland.
Like, do you have to wait to make the roster for them to do this? Wouldn't you think that would all be taken care
Well,
of
listen,
months before?
listen. As we all know in life, whether it's with colleagues at work or with friends or with family, not everyone's organized.
That's true. That is a good point.
It is what it is.
Very good point.
Not everyone tells you or does the things that need to be done. And then all of a sudden the plane can't leave because Breel and Boldo goes, oh, sorry, punched the guy in the face once.
Or it's the government helping out the team.
How about this? Give him a visa for June the 25th,
Exactly.
day after the game. I'm fine with it.
That'd be good.
Someone at Immigration Canada needs to be a voyageur
That would be good.
and a supporter and know what the deal is. You can come to Canada, no problem. We've built our reputation on immigration. and
Even
helping
take the
people.
red jerseys.
Come
We're just
on
going
in.
to take one of your guys out.
Come on in. June 25th. June 25th. So that's one story. Another thing that crossed the desk here, Azo, is ticket prices for these games. Now, on the secondary sites, it's been obscene. And I know there are a lot of people who want to see the Bosnia game at BMO Field on June the 12th, and they're thinking about going to Vancouver for the Qatar and Switzerland games. And again, if Canada win the group, I can't believe that would be quite something. But if they win the group, they stay in Vancouver for the round of 32.
Right.
If they don't, they got to go wherever. Who knows? But if you've looked at the secondary ticket prices online for Canada in this World Cup and you've been like, this is crazy, maybe I'll wait. I got news for you. You should continue to wait. Guess which country's tickets are dropping the fastest? Canada. According to ticketdata.com, it's a website that aggregates prices on a bunch of resale sites. Canada has seen the biggest drop off in terms of get-in prices over the last 7, 14, and 30 days. The site lists the average low price to see one of Canada's 3 group games at $561 US. That number is down 11% over the last week.
Wow.
It's down 12% over the last 2 weeks. It's down 23% over the last month. Now, I think the reason for that is pretty clear. They were horrifically overpriced on these secondary sites.
Of course.
But if you have waited, and if you're willing to wait next week, maybe there's a bounce in Toronto next week. I don't know. Because World Cup fever is going to take over. It already has. But if you're trying to buy into the game, hold off a few more days. Because these prices are going down for Canada. I don't know why, but it's crazy.
So I think it
you might get in at a decent price.
I had a friend who was going to buy some tickets off the secondary market, and when they tried to transfer the tickets, FIFA added a couple $100 as a transfer fee per ticket.
Well, FIFA's hard up for money.
So
FIFA's
he
hard up for
canceled it.
money.
He was like, no. It was an extra $400 for 2 tickets for transfer fees.
By the way,
It's insane, dude.
So Canada's $500 average ticket price to get in. That's not near the top country right now in terms of average ticket price on secondary sites. I'm going to give you, Azo, I'm going to give you 3 guesses at which country right now is the most expensive ticket a week out from the World Cup. I'm going to give you 3 guesses. And I'll pause so everyone in the chat or listening can figure this out. Which country do you think has the highest aggregate price to get in a week out from this World Cup out of all the nations?
What am I guessing? City?
No, nations. I'm talking nations.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which nation right now is the most expensive resale ticket?
So it's got to be Mexico.
It's Mexico.
Really?
How did you know it was Mexico?
Because you wouldn't give me that question if it was the U.S. Well, it had to be Mexico or the U.S. It wasn't Canada.
The average cheapest price to get into a Mexico game is $1,800 American.
Wow.
The second most expensive ticket right now is not Argentina. It's Portugal.
No way.
At $1,400 US, followed by the following nations: Colombia, Brazil. Argentina's 5th on the list. I don't know why Argentina's 5th. That's the weird part of that.
Yeah.
But Colombia, listen, man, for anyone who watched the World Club Cup last summer in the States, I did because I'm a degenerate and I'll watch all of it.
I know you will.
It's been a long time since a World Cup was this close to South America.
Yeah, I guess.
And they are coming over to the States, man, You watch the support the South American nations are about to get. It is going to blow your mind. Blow
to
your
that
mind,
point,
man.
maybe they'd rather go to Mexico than the U.S., which is why the market's like that.
Well, it depends where their team is, though. My
Right,
point is,
that's
where's
fair
their
too.
team?
That's
This
true
is a
too.
team thing.
Mhm.
So it is Jeremy in the chat. Whoa, Azzo, Trivia Master.
Ah, you made it easy for me.
See, it's Guns Out Azzo is
That's it.
sharpshooter.
That's it. Pew, pew, pew. And then I did the Hoffman.
Jay Caro in the chat. Hey, Sid, if Portugal comes to BMO Field / Toronto Stadium, how much you paying to go? I mean, I think we're live streaming those days, so the option's not available to us. Easy way out of that answer.
That's true.
Easy way out of that answer.
And you get to see Sid's live reaction to it all, which, trust me, you're going to want to see.
Do you think people want to see that?
Yes, definitely. For Portugal, if you don't, I'm telling you, you do.
All right. That's a mighty fine producing there, Azzo.
There you go.
Fine, I'll do it. Fine. Chris in the chat, is Sid and Brad going to game 1 for Canada? No. I have not been invited to game 1. No.
I know people were asking Brad came with us last night too. No, it was just
us. Just us. All right, so the other aspect, sorry, I saw a bunch of things in the last 24 hours, and I said to myself, I got to bring this up.
We're a week away. Things are going to be coming up.
Dude, it's World Cup time.
Yeah, it's World Cup. We saw jerseys at the game last night. All kinds of nations.
Tons.
Yeah, people were wearing all kinds of soccer jerseys at the hockey game last night.
So not only is this going to be the biggest World Cup in terms of travel and teams in FIFA history, this is going to be the biggest FIFA ever. It's also going to be the highest risk for dangerously hot conditions. Because remember, they played in Qatar in November. Like, there was a reason for that. According to this weather report that I came across from NPR, more than 1/3 of World Cup matches at this tournament beginning next week are at high risk for dangerously hot, humid conditions, and dozens more will come with moderate heat risk. Here's the wild one. The 2 matches facing the highest risk of dangerous heat, the 3rd place game and the World Cup final.
Wow.
World Cup finals July 19th in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. Okay, so it's going to be a hot World Cup. No kidding. We got an El Nino happening somewhere in the Pacific that's affecting stuff. We know it's been hot. Keep that in mind as I read you an email I got yesterday from a listener, Azzo. Listener's name is Ryan.
Okay.
And I got this. It goes as follows. Good day, Sid. Just wanted to reach out and say I'm a big fan of your pod. I don't have any social media to reach out, so I thought I would just send you this. I got a ticket for a World Cup game between Ghana and Panama in Toronto coming up. Paid $225 American for this ticket, which is the cheapest ticket to any game at BMO Field when I bought it.
Wow.
It's a dream for me, and I'm sure many soccer fans, to attend a World Cup game. Today, I got this email from FIFA about changes to their stadium's policy. The main thing is, in a tournament in the middle of the summer, FIFA have gone back on their policy and they are now banning reusable water bottles in the stadium. They have no problem scheduling hydration breaks for all games and players in this tournament, even the indoor ones, and allowing broadcasters to run ads during it. But heaven forbid Johnny refills his water at the stadium and doesn't buy a $20 bottle.
Wow.
So I didn't know how prevalent the story was. Guess what? It is.
I guess so.
This thing is everywhere, and FIFA have said yesterday, and it was a long-standing agreement and part of their policy that they would allow reusable water bottles. They are not doing it now at this tournament. You cannot bring in a reusable water bottle because they have specific deals with a soda company, which will go unnamed, and that soda company owns a water company that will go unnamed that makes horrific water. You know the one I'm talking about. And so now they're banning reusable water. I'm as of all the tournaments to do that.
That's insane.
When that's FIFA changed the policy June 2nd. Like this week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
This
before.
tournament is going to be scalding hot.
In the middle of summer, of course.
Like, I think
stadiums.
it's a bad move, man.
In packed stadiums.
It is a bad move from FIFA. And listen,
you can't let people stay hydrated however they want. That's
Jith in the chat, money talks. Yep. You got that right. John in the chat, all agreed. Yep. They're also in the chat trying to figure out which bad water it is. I'm not going to say. But
there's a lot of
but you're getting warm in the spirit of the discussion.
That's crazy.
Nick in the chat, bless of the FIFA.
Do you think this specifically, like, has this been an issue at past World Cups, or is it specifically because it's North America and they think there's more money here?
Again, as recently as Monday, FIFA's policy was you could bring in a reusable water bottle and just fill it up. Not anymore.
Wow.
That's a level of financial aggression that even I have an issue with.
Oh, of course.
Listen, there's a lot of people all over FIFA for having to handle this. FIFA are leeches and do not care about you.
Yeah.
Let's be clear about this. I'm surprised by nothing. FIFA are the same organization that cut down trees in a rainforest for a stadium they used twice and left in Brazil. Twice and left. I don't even know if it was twice. They might have used it once. And then a bunch of animals took over, and it's now the most hilarious stadium in the world. Go look it up. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Sounds like a Disney movie.
The birds now own the stadium in the rainforest.
They make a great Disney
and
movie.
Everything else.
Sean says that's one of the most FIFA things ever. And like, how is it? Like, it's a weird flex because how is that going to help you sell tickets?
It's a wild switch up. Wild switch up.
So FIFA not smart? Is that what we're saying too?
I mean, listen, they got a lot of money.
Yeah.
You got to be ruthless with it. It's not my style. Not how I would do things, but it is what it is. Okay, so just so everyone knows, if you're heading down to a Canadian venue for this, especially Toronto Stadium, that will be outdoors and could get hot. You got to buy the water there, man.
Jeez.
Take out that second mortgage and buy the finest water that is available to you.
I'm sure it'll be reasonably priced.
I can't wait to see anyone going down to Toronto Stadium /BMO. Please just give us I want a picture of the prices for the water. That's it.
Or any drink.
Any drink. I want the drink prices.
Yeah.
Just I want to know what they're charging for that, because that is next level, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's 1:02. One last World Cup thing, then we'll rip on the Jays for a bit.
Yes, thank you.
So earlier this week, was it this week or last week? The story of EA Sports predicting who was going to win the World Cup.
Last week, I believe.
It was last week?
Yeah, last week for sure.
EA Sports, who have done a good job, I believe going back to like the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, have predicted all the World Cup winners.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
Yeah.
2010, 2014, 2018. Yep. 4 in a row. Good math, Azo.
There you go.
You're on a roll today.
Fire.
You're on a heater. And quite frankly, making some people hot and bothered in the chat.
You know why? Because I'm hydrated. I got my own water.
Yeah, that's why people like you today. Because of your huge hydration. So we talked about that. And they had Portugal winning the World Cup. So this story crossed our desk here, and I want to show the picture of this gentleman. This guy is Joaquin Clement, and I want to describe him to the listening audience. Looks like a nerd. Glasses. He is a German mathematician, to the surprise of no one looking at this photo.
So he is a nerd.
Kind of,
Okay.
but a nerd with money.
Yeah, fair enough.
Joaquin Clement is a mathematician, and he has successfully predicted the winner of the last 3 World Cups. So, to give you an idea of how he does it, the mathematician has told us a little bit of his methods here.
Okay.
Clement's model takes into account the following variables, such as a country's gross domestic product, GDP, per capita.
I'm going to take notes.
Take notes. One day you'll be a mathematician too.
For sure.
Each country's GDP per capita, as this affects sports infrastructure, according to Joaquin. population size, the status of soccer in the society,
Oh, wow.
the national team's position in the world rankings, and an element of chance that Clement is keen to emphasize. So even the mathematician realizes there's a bit of luck to this.
Okay.
Now, again, he's got the last 3 winners dialed in. He picked Argentina 4 years ago. He picked France in 2018.
Okay.
And he picked his home nation of Germany in 2014 in Brazil. Joachim Clement, the German mathematician, has run the numbers.
Oh, boy.
And he has predicted who is going to win this World Cup. Now, EA Sports is saying it is Portugal.
Right?
Led by, of course, Vitinha in midfield.
That's not what they said.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
And, of course, how can I forget João Neves?
Of course.
But Joachim Clement of Germany is predicting something a little different. Drum roll, please, Azo. Johnny Nerd believes the Netherlands,
Whoa,
for the first time in World Cup history, led by Virgil van Dijk and other guys, are going to win the World Cup. Now, I have to be honest with you. Netherlands, they're on my quarterfinal radar. Not really on my win the whole thing radar. They have a lot of players who had down years.
Right.
Xavi Simons from Tottenham got hurt. He's not playing. Like Virgil van Dijk, down year. They had a lot of players with down years. But our guy here, the smiling mathematician from Germany, says the Netherlands will finally get over the hump. They're like the best nation to never win a World Cup.
I was about to say that. It's true. They've had some good teams in the past.
They've been in 3 World Cup finals, no wins.
Can them and Portugal meet in the final?
Let me continue to read.
Sorry.
Did you read the story, you
I did
asshat?
not. I'm just asking. Because I thought it would be EA versus German math guy. By the way, did you pick this picture because he's wearing an orange tie and an orange pocket square?
Oh, no, I didn't even notice that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're lying.
So this is the final 4 he's predicting. On one side, an all-European semi, Portugal against England.
Oh, wow.
And Portugal wins.
What a game that's going to be.
On the other side, Portugal kill him. And on the other side, he has the Netherlands beating Spain. Ugh, I can't get on board with that.
Need some luck. That's the luck aspect.
He has a Portugal-Netherlands final with the Netherlands winning. I don't know about this one, man. The Netherlands are not I don't feel that way about the Netherlands at all.
But if you have them in the corners, like anything could happen in a game.
Anything can happen in a game. But you gotta have like players playing like top level soccer to do that.
Okay. So all these projections, even with Portugal in the Final Four or the finals, what happens if they don't even make it there? How disappointing it is. Like, is this setting up your expectations for them now? Like just at another level?
I don't like how many people like Portugal.
Yeah. Like
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this.
That's always got to scare you a little bit.
I'm not a fan of this. This is uncomfortable. I'd rather just not be talked about.
That's exactly what I'm getting at.
By the way, some of the other things he's predicting here.
Okay.
He doesn't think Brazil's getting past the round of 16.
Whoa.
I could see that. It's a weird Brazil team. And but
they always find a way.
He has Portugal beating Argentina in the group stage at some point, which would be quite something. Like Messi and Ronaldo at the end of their careers.
In the group stage.
Going head to head. One last thing. If it's Netherlands, Portugal, I direct anyone remotely curious, dial up Portugal, Netherlands 2006 World Cup in Germany. I think there were like 9 red cards.
Really?
It was one of the crazier knockout games I've ever. Like it was the Ronaldo, like when Ronaldo was young, Figo was on the team, Deco was on the team. Like it was like they got to the semis that year. They had a good squad 2006, but like they just kept fouling each other like to the bone. It was one red card after another. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
9.
I think there's no way it was 9, but it was like around. It was like
what is the most in a game? Do you know?
Oh, there was a Battle of Santiago. I think it was Italy and Chile in 1962.
Yeah. Wow.
Where they're people like squaring up like old school, like boxing. Like,
really?
Like put them up, yeah, like that.
How old were you when you were watching it?
I was at least 4. Okay, so I think the common thread here is there's a lot of sims that have Portugal going deep.
Yeah.
We'll see.
There is.
We'll see.
That's got to be, it drives you nuts a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does drive me nuts. Why isn't everyone picking Spain, for God's sakes? They got the best team, or France. No. Why us? Why always us?
A lot in the chat about the guy, Luke. He looks like Homelander. Rye guy. He's German Keith Pelly right there doing his due diligence. Nicholas says, my brain hurts from all that. Steven says that is Chris Pronger's doppelganger. Then we got Kirk Muller with a bigger forehead. There's a lot of people saying who weighing in on.
Don't laugh. What Joaquin Clement could be the next head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs at this stage.
Maybe.
Never know. Jordan in the chat. Soccer players can't fight. Dude, dial up the Battle of Santiago.
That's
really good video. Really good video. Okay. Hey, Azo.
Yes, Sid.
Great time of year.
1 week till the World Cup. Let's go.
Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly.
Are we getting any projections from you? Like, nobody cares about me.
I have a feeling when we have a Betway read next week.
Oh, that'll be part
I
of it.
probably might have
That's smart.
A little something.
All right.
I'll give you a preview.
It calls a tease.
I'll give you a preview. I am not taking Portugal to win the tournament.
Come on.
No. Oh my God. They can make a run.
Okay.
They can make a deep run. But I've said that the last 4 World Cups, and it's one choke job after another in the quarterfinals. That Morocco result 4 years ago disturbs me to this day.
I remember that.
Biggest frauds in world soccer were Morocco.
Yeah.
I don't know how Spain and Portugal got away with it. Bloody murder. Let's put 12 guys behind the ball if we can. The coach was running around for Morocco trying to defend. Give me a break. Luke in the chat, Sid, you can't reverse curse Portugal. That's a curse in and of itself. How does Portuguese Danhausen curse someone? Tu és cursed.
There you go.
Is that what it is?
That works. That totally works.
I don't know what cursed is in Portuguese. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Call your parents.
You know who's cursed?
Who's that?
Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh man, the chat's been waiting for this. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, sorry, I got World Cup fever. We had to unload a lot there.
It is a week till it starts.
It's a World Cup, man. Sorry, the FIFA's here. You got to talk about the FIFA. The Jays are now 0-4 since Jeff Hoffman came out of the dugout Saturday in Baltimore.
And John Schneider did not come out of the dugout.
Nope. Jays are 29-33. They lost last night 7-3 to the Braves in a game they were never in. Patrick Corbin, who's now started, I believe, 10 games for the Blue Jays this year. That sound about right?
It does.
Most of them have been very responsibly handled.
They were in every one.
If only they had an offense. Last night, not the best. But I've seen teams win when your starter gives up 4 runs before. It's not insurmountable.
Yeah, but let's go back to the first. Can we quickly? Sorry to interrupt you, but like the first inning was a disaster. Not a disaster, but Nathan Lucas singles, first batter. By the way, got to get into some Nathan Lucas appreciation. Penango singles.
Well, not defensively last night.
No. Well,
my kingdom for a left fielder.
Yeah.
The worst position.
Well, we'll get into that.
My kingdom for a left fielder on this team.
Then Vlad Guerrero takes a walk. So they got the bases loaded in the first inning with nobody out. How many runs they score? Like maybe give Corbin a bit of a bump if you could hit off a starter.
Sorry, you're mad with the 1 run? I'll take the 1 run from this team with the bases loaded.
But dude, when you have them on the ropes, bases loaded in the first.
I think that's a valuable
give
win
your
for this
pitcher
team.
a bit of a buffer. Like,
Look,
come on, man.
I mean, first off, Jesus Sanchez is done. I'm going to call this right now. He will not have recovered from kid throws a ball 5 miles an hour gate in right field in Baltimore. I'm going to make that prediction right now. That guy is not ready for this from any level of maturity. And I think John Schneider has been very clear what he thinks of Mr. Distracted in right field / 0 for 4.
Yeah.
Jesus Sanchez.
Yeah, it does seem that way. By the way, everybody in the starting lineup had a hit yesterday except for 2 guys, I believe.
Who?
Your number 3 hitter who had a walk.
Jesus Sanchez.
And number 4, Jesus Sanchez.
Yeah.
No, but Vladdy and Jesus.
Vladdy too. Good for Vladdy. Vladdy, let me update the on pace statistics. Vladdy is still on pace for 8 home runs this season and 63 runs batted in.
I guess it hasn't gone down. That's good.
That is the positive. It stayed at 8 after last night. This is insanity. Can we go right to the 6th and the Brendan Valenzuela Vladdy incident?
100%, please do.
Because so 6th inning, pop up by the dugout. Valenzuela gets there. Probably should have made the play. Vladdy didn't get there as quickly. Hustling and Vladdy aren't really mixing right now, so really, I'm not stunned at that.
Yeah, but that's his ball.
It's his ball, but Valenzuela should have had it too.
Valenzuela, okay, let me just say it. Valenzuela's in full gear, which limits you a bit. He's coming from the plate where there's all these mechanics and things, toys guys use before they go up to bat. Like he's dodging all that, doing that. Vladdy has a clear path.
Okay, so what you're saying, because what we're driving at here is not just the play wasn't made. Ben Schulman and Caleb Joseph were in the booth for Sportsnet last night. And after that play was mishandled, I heard a snapping from Caleb Joseph on the headset. I have rarely heard from someone in a Jays booth.
Yeah.
And I find what you're saying interesting, Azzo. So before we run this clip, I want to get this discussion out of the way. Do you believe Caleb Joseph was disguising his ripping of Vladdy and adding Valenzuela to it as to not isolate 27?
100%.
So you think this is all aimed at Vladdy?
100%.
Because there's a lot of people who are thinking the same thing.
100%.
Okay.
You can tell from the first line that he says, this is why I cut it the way I cut it. Because of the first line, you can tell.
Okay, so for those who missed it, for the record, Sportsnet put it in the highlight pack last night. So it's not like people are trying to hide it, which I appreciate. This is Caleb Joseph reacting to Brandon Valenzuela dropping a ball that Vladdy technically also had to play on in the 6th inning.
A play that Vladdy loves to run in and call catchers off. A little bit surprised that he pulled up as early as he did. You could tell Valenzuela just drifting. Anytime you're drifting as a catcher because you're facing the opposite direction, makes for a very difficult play. But that ball's got to be caught. That ball has to be caught by somebody. And these are the inches that the Blue Jays are giving up from time to time. And this is why they're not consistent. It's these little plays like this that will drive a manager absolutely bonkers when you consistently give these inches up. And look, it's not an out, and it didn't cost him a run, but it might cost you down the line. And these are the type of inches. If you want to be a good team, and if you want to get to where you're going, you have to make these type of plays. You can't let balls drop in front of you. You got to catch every ball, like Kevin Gausman was saying. You've got to get it together. And I'm sorry I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but this is accumulation of close to 60 games where these are the types of plays that did not happen a year ago. And I know you got to turn the page. I know you've got to flush it, but at some point, somebody's got to get in that dugout and say enough's enough. Enough is enough, and we got to pick it up and get it going. Tighten it up. No more inches. No more free inches. Those are free inches out there that the Blue Jays have been giving away from time to time, and it cannot happen. Base running plays, giving away at bats. These small things that if you want to be a World Series contender again, these cannot happen, and they're happening with regularity throughout this entire season.
That's a standing ovation. Standing ovation. Caleb Joseph. Let's go, CJ.
Yeah,
Let's go, CJ.
Yeah, man.
Truth
Preach.
in the face.
Preach.
In the face.
You know
I thought he was going to wrap that up 4 times.
I know.
And he kept
Well,
going.
the best part is you hear like pitches being thrown, you hear a bat to ball, and he doesn't care. Like, good for Ben Schulman for just letting him go because it's amazing. Like, he just went off.
Chris in the chat, boom face.
Yeah.
Steve in the chat, Caleb telling no lies.
He's right.
Flippin' A, acknowledge Joseph. We will acknowledge CJ.
Yeah.
Yes. Jordan in the chat, Azzo, is that a hockey lace belt you're wearing? 10 out of 10. Listen, man. Stop looking at Azzo like he's candy. He's a human being. All right? Enough. It's a person, first and foremost. Just wants to be loved.
No luck there.
What did you make of that went longer than I remember.
It's not the full thing they put in Sportsnet, but yeah, he was, like I said,
They didn't have time on Sportsnet to put that in.
I know.
Like
but I want to play it all.
So how long was that? That was like 50 seconds?
A minute and a half.
That was a minute and a half?
Yeah, 127.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was long. Didn't feel like a minute and a half.
No, because it's all truth.
Wow.
It's all truth. And he's right. Like, that's an awkward play for Valenzuela. And he starts by saying, typically Vladdy would do that. And he takes it. This guy has to start being a leader one way or another.
A. Klein in the chat. Caleb Joseph, new Blue Jays manager. Look, I like that you pulled that. I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard a bit of that. I didn't hear the whole thing. I applaud Caleb Joseph because at times you got to call BS out. Okay? And I want to explain people how it works. You work for the team. Okay. If you are part of that broadcast, if you are a field reporter, if you are play-by-play, if you are an analyst, if you are in the booth an analyst, if you're on the desk with Jamie an analyst, and whether it's hockey, whether it's NBA, the eyeballs the team has on you, not just in Toronto, in every market, they are watching you and listening to you like hawks. That includes this market. Believe me. Okay? So when you hear or see something like that, I hope you appreciate it. Because A, it doesn't happen all the time, and B, don't know if it's going to happen again. And I'll leave it there. Back to what Caleb Joseph specifically was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
100%.
Good for him.
You got to respect your audience.
Yes.
Most fans, I'm not saying all fans, but most fans are smart. They know what they're seeing, and they know they're not seeing hustle or effort there. And then when Sportsnet pans to the dugout and all the guys just have these dead-ass looks on their face, like it's crazy. They know what they're doing.
Wasn't Jesus Sanchez talking to someone in the crowd?
Yeah, well, and Vladdy
chats a lot.
Vladdy going back to first, joking around with Acuna and his buddy Alves in the dugout. Like, come on, man.
Did you see what Acuna was doing this week with the baseballs?
Yeah.
What the hell was he doing? For those who missed it, he was like holding up two baseballs side by side and like staring at them, trying to. It's like when Pam is trying to distract Creed in The Office with find the differences in the two pictures, and she goes, "It's the same picture." You remember that scene? I felt like Acuna was doing that.
Dude, whatever he's doing, it's working.
Baseball.
They have 41 wins in 61 games or whatever it is. Like yeah, it's just crazy.
That is beyond refreshing.
Agreed.
And you know where that's coming from? Here's where that's coming from.
Former player.
A former player who knows a season being flushed down the toilet when
100%.
it's happening. Because he's been on teams where that's happened.
Where he sees the talent on the team.
And it's not the pitching necessarily, it's not the hitting, it's the attitude.
Yes.
That's where you lose a season. This club have not gotten their head out of their ass since Saturday afternoon in Baltimore. That was demoralizing in every way, shape, or form. This management structure has done nothing to inject energy into it. The starting pitchers have tried. They haven't been great over 2 nights in Atlanta, but that's still a 22 games above 500 team. They're pretty good in Atlanta.
They had opportunity, yeah.
But they had opportunities. And I feel hearing that's a Major League Baseball player talking to me directly at home saying this season is over in 2 nights if they don't figure this out and straighten this garbage out. He's not talking about the hitting. He's not talking about pitching. He's not talking about bad Schneider decisions with the pen.
No.
He is talking about in-the-moment maturity.
Leadership.
Somebody
to take the reins of this team and be like, you're better than this. Step up.
And you're
Let's
right.
go.
And you're right. That was 100% aimed at 27.
I think so.
100%. Because nothing about, with all due respect to the play he made at first last night from Vladdy, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're not paying him to make that play.
No.
It's a lot of other stuff you need him to do. And he's not coming close. He is not coming close. And I applaud Caleb Joseph for doing that. That is a rare thing on a team broadcast. I don't care what market it is. Ownership pays the bills on those broadcasts. And you hear someone going off like that, hallelujah.
But at some
hallelujah.
point, they need this team to be good or want them to be good. It's the same team as last year. And I kind of agree with Joseph. Like, I know you're trying to turn the page from last year. No, get back to what you were last year. Anyways, I can't wait to play the Schneider clip because then I got even more to say.
Chris in the chat, can Patrick Waugh coach the Jays?
Maybe.
How about this? Peter Laviolette.
Yeah.
New manager of the Jays. Peter Laviolette. Why? I don't know. Seems like a nice
Those
guy.
guys.
He was good at an interview once. Let's hire him. That guy, you want to go back to his last year with the Rangers? Do me a favor. Look at it.
Yeah.
Just look at it. They couldn't run him out of town fast enough. The Rangers. Give me a break.
But I was thinking the same thing you're just talking about now. Like, we all talk about that home run in Texas from Bo last year that changed the season for the positive. Could that loss on Saturday with Hoffman be the exact opposite? Because I'm seeing no life in this team right
now. Listen, there is evidence to point to that would lead you to believe this team lost its fight Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And honestly, didn't have a lot of it to begin with. Didn't have a lot of it to begin. But they did win 4 in a row to get back to 500.
Right?
That happened. Gone.
All that.
Do you know how hard it's going to take this team with no offense to win 4 games in a row again? Like, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Jays to do that.
You don't see where the offense is coming from.
You know what, Azzo? Do you want to flip the Schneider?
Yes, please.
Okay, because Azzo also came in. Mad Azzo with the Jays is one of my favorite Azzos. Because he came in today with 9 pieces of audio he wanted to play. 9. So we trimmed it down.
Mm-hmm. This is the most important one for me.
And I mean, Azzo, you set up the clip.
Okay.
So this was after the game last night.
So yesterday I told you, like, part of me, I was almost starting to feel bad for John Schneider. That he has to go out and answer all these questions on the injuries when nothing's done. This is what he was given, like, from the start of the year. And then I heard this quote last night that kind of set me off. And they asked him, like, what happened last night? What went wrong? Like, why did you lose? What do you take away from the game? And here's what he said.
More than one with the bases loaded, nobody out. And, it's nice to get the lead. And I think we did hit some balls hard there, 3rd, 4th inning. And they made some good plays or just kind of went at people. Kind of a weird night, and then tough to defend against 2 3-run homers.
Sorry? Kind of a weird night? What was weird about last night? Your guys went 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 10 in the last 2 games in runners in scoring position. Your 3 and 4 guy can't buy hits when the rest of the lineup's kind of hitting. Like, what was weird about last night?
Hey, but they hit some balls hard, Azzo.
And then
they hit some balls hard.
And then to end it with, you can't defend against 2 and 3 run home runs. You're going to put this on Corbin and Mako? Are you kidding me right now?
Jay Caro in the chat, Schneider needs to go.
Mako's been doing well. Like, you're going to destroy that kid's confidence by saying something like that. And you know what? Your team's 4th in errors made this year. So maybe if you could have defended it, you probably would have screwed it up anyway.
They're not 4th in errors made. Are they 4th?
They're low. They were.
They're
I don't know if
4th
it's changed in the
worst
last
in
week.
baseball.
Last week, I promise you, they were 4th in errors made this year.
Because that is an equation that they're not going to be able to survive from.
Your bullpen's taxed, and you're talking about giving up home runs? Of course. You have 2. It's crazy to me, man.
Shady McGuire in the chat. He's running out of excuses.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I started to feel bad with it. But don't say, like, he said the Sanchez thing is weird. Then that was weird. Why was last night weird? Last night wasn't weird. It was a way better baseball team beating the crap out of a crappy baseball team right now. A team that's not so good right now. It's insane.
I saw a really good suggestion in this chat. Let me try and find it. Forgive me. I'm trying to give credit for this.
Yeah.
Someone reminded me that Alex Cora does not have a job right now.
Wow. That is good. I forgot about that too.
You're gonna watch. Listen, I think I've made my feelings on John Schneider very clear. Very clear.
You know what? Now I'm starting to wonder, where's Dave Popkins? Like, that shines off last year. What are we doing this year?
Hey, Pop, let's go.
Let's hear what you're doing this year to help these guys.
So you're telling me Alejandro Kirk made Popkins? That's your magic elixir? Give me a break, man.
Yeah.
By the way, Alejandro Kirk, home run in Dunedin last night.
Mm-hmm.
The only good news for the Jays happened in Dunedin.
I think he's going to be back next week by the Yankees weekend series, next Friday.
Okay, but like if you're 4th in errors, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you have the 4th most errors in baseball, it does. I don't care if Carlton Fisk in his prime walks through the door.
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
Well, what happened to all that little stuff we used to talk about or producing runs? Again, I haven't seen this team steal any bases. Like, what are we doing? I don't see them trying to generate runs because they can't hit. And talk about hitting the ball hard. Where? Get a bunch of singles. Cool. But they can't string them together.
No 3-putting in the chat. What's Gibby up to?
He's a bench coach for the Angels. Or
no, is he still with the Angels?
I believe so.
Can I be honest with you? Every time he appears on Toronto radio, he looks obliterated.
Kind of sounds it sometimes too.
Which
it's
I
true.
love.
It's true. Of
I love obliterated.
That's why we all
Gibby.
love Gibby.
I love Gibby, but like every time, like, no, I don't think John Gibbons is the answer, guys.
No,
I have a sneaking suspicion. Alex Cora is waiting for the Yankees job. Aaron Boone's done after this year.
Sorry, the Jays have dropped to 5th overall in errors made.
Improvement. They don't have the 4th most errors in baseball. They have the 5th.
Dude.
I have to be honest with you. None of this makes me as mad as I still am at Jesus Sanchez. Why am I so mad at Jesus Sanchez for that? It's just like a microcosm of the lack of maturity you're seeing in all facets of it.
True.
That idiot got left the game for no reason. He wasn't even that hurt.
Yeah.
And he was like,
because they were losing. Isn't that why we traded away Teoscar too? Where'd that team mentality go? Anyway.
Jith in the chat, Patrick Waugh is the answer for the Jays.
If the Leafs don't want him, maybe we get him in there with the Jays.
I like it.
Anyways, I found that ridiculous. And I thought to turn on Mako or Corbin, a guy who got off his couch and you're paying $1 million, who's made 10 starts for you and kept you in almost every single game he's pitched, to say, well, you can't defend home runs. So what are you going to do? Like
Chimichanga in the chat, Jesus turn the other cheek. Solid Roman Catholic reference. Okay, so the Jays can hit, pitch, or play defense.
Right.
So finally, Ross Atkins does something during the game last night. And literally, the Jays are in warm body mode. So they acquired Simeon Woods Richardson, a pitcher, whom they drafted and originally, they didn't draft. They traded in the Marcus Stroman deal with the Mets. They got him from the Mets in 2019. They traded Simeon Woods Richardson to Minnesota in the Jose Barrios deal during the pandemic. And Woods Richardson, like his fastball is now non-existent. He can't strike anyone out, and he's making up for it by walking everybody.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing about Simeon Woods Richardson right now. He can pitch. The Jays acquired a guy who can pitch during the game last night. Again, this is other than Alejandro Kirk hitting a home run in a rehab appearance yesterday in Dunedin. This made me feel the happiest about the Jays. After the game, John Schneider went through, check that. He meandered through all of the different ways that they can use Simeon Woods Richardson before they DFA him in August.
We'll see. We'll see if it's, bulk start, relief, long relief, whatever it is. But he's been good for a couple of years, and I think kind of got off track this year. So whenever you're acquiring a player, you're kind of doing homework before, and especially with a player you're fairly familiar with too. So I think there's some tweaks to the arsenal we can make, and you can never have enough pitching, as we know right now. I think just got some big league experience, and I think when we acquired him from the Mets, and then you get to know him a little bit. I think it was during the alt site, but definitely a competitor and definitely has confidence on the mound. So I think he's kind of, he's a pretty good, stable guy in Minnesota's rotation for a couple of years. So I think having some confidence and hopefully maybe tweaking a few things here and there can get him back on track.
Could be worse in the chat. He can give you 5 bad innings instead of just 1 or 2. That's pretty good. But Schneider's right. Like, he was decent for a couple of years, but it has fallen off a cliff. Like, keep in mind, the Jays are 4 games below 500. A team that's 5 games below 500 in Minnesota said, guys, we do not need him. Go ahead, take him.
What was he, 0-7 with a 7+ ERA?
It's been a rough go for Simeon Woods Richardson.
But again, his splitter's down. He's lost velocity. There's something wrong mechanically with him. Let's pray for Pete Walker to fix somebody else now.
Dude,
Again, but it is. I told you, I saw them DFA him, and I'm like, watch, they're going to get him.
Yeah.
Because it is what they need. They need something. It just smells of desperation.
You know what the Jays really need? Like, if they had like an Eric Lauer, that'd be great.
I'm starting to take Lauer's side on all this, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So Fluharty's starting today, and then Chad Dallas gets the big task.
Hold on. You breeze through who he's facing tonight.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say.
Chris Sale.
Chad Dallas, you get your chance. You're going to be the bulk guy against Chris Sale today.
The Jays will not have wind in their sails tonight. This is the miracle of the year if the Jays pull off this win tonight.
I agree.
Chris Sale is as good as we've ever seen.
Might be embarrassing.
Ever.
Embarrassing.
It's crazy. I do have a positive for the Jays.
Okay, let's go.
I have a positive for the Jays.
Nice. The Jays picked Portugal to win the World Cup.
I hate how many people are picking Portugal. I had someone who knows soccer in this country who I hold dear to my heart say to me, could be a good summer for Portugal. I'm like, you SOB. Don't say that. Tell me they won't get out of the round of 32. That's what I want to hear.
How's your boy that played for PSG that got hurt at the end of the game?
Oh, Vitinha?
Vitinha. Yeah.
He was limping.
Yeah.
Didn't like
Any
it.
update, though?
No. Okay. So I'm just going to ignore it happened.
Okay, fair enough. I'll keep reminding you.
Much like Canada soccer with Alphonso Davies, I'm going to ignore what happened and just kind of hope for the best. Yes, Sean in the Yukon. We need some more Pofo give it. I can't even say that.
I know it's tough.
Pofogativity.
There you go. Nailed it.
It's my own word. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Pofogativity. Shinobi in the chat. Own it, Sid. Portugal all the way. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do people honestly want to see me sit here and watch the Portugal game?
Yes.
Is there a market for that?
Yes.
Because I'll do it.
I know you. Well, we're doing
We're
it.
doing it.
Did you have
But, like,
a board
do
meeting by yourself and said we're doing it?
Because I got to tell you something. If Portugal win the World Cup and I'm
gonna be
live on YouTube, X, and Facebook,
Epic.
I'm streaming for 13 straight hours naked. Naked. You think this is good? You think this is good? Watch that pofagativity.
Amazing. Yeah.
Look at the size of that pofagativity.
Yeah, tarps off celebration. We're getting it in the chat now. Here we go.
Dude, if Portugal win the World Cup and we're streaming, I'm having a telethon. I'm staying on air for 13 straight hours. I'm bringing in family.
Call
I'm
every
bringing in
Portuguese person in your phone.
I'm bringing in folks who've never talked to me about Portugal in their life, who come in and say, "Hey, that Vitinha, what a player! No problem, come on in." We better have the beer fridge for that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, now you want it again.
Well, look
You
expensive.
made fun of me last time I
No,
brought it up.
I always took that
Yeah,
seriously.
go on, no.
Well, expensive now.
We get it this weekend.
Sick menu. Well, expensive now. I have a positive thought for Portugal. Sorry, that's what I wanted for Portugal for the Jays.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. Is this not the perfect time for people not to be paying attention to the Jays for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I think this World Cup's happening at a very, very convenient moment for the Toronto Blue Jays
That's fair.
in the city.
That's a very good point.
Because I know Canada just plays the one game here. That's not the point. This tournament will suffocate the news cycle.
Yeah.
And with respect, as I look ahead at the Jays schedule past next week, which I haven't really done yet, but like I'm looking at the schedule coming up.
Well, Yankees in town, isn't it, during opening weekend?
Yankees opening weekend.
That's crazy.
World Cup opener for Canada Friday.
Traffic?
At the same time, the Yankees are playing the Jays. No, sorry. Canada's playing at 3 p.m. Eastern that day. So Canada-Bosnia, 3 p.m. Eastern next Friday. Jays-Yankees, 7:30.
Oh, what a night.
Just walk on the Gardner. You're not going to move. Just walk. Just walk.
Are they actually leaving it open?
I might as well just close it down and make it a sidewalk.
Yes.
Just everyone walk from Mississauga. Everyone in Oakville and
It'd
Burlington.
be quicker.
Everyone come in.
I bet you it'd be quicker.
But the schedule coming up, like I don't know how many people are going to follow the series at Wrigley. They got the Astros at home. They got Texas at home.
Texas.
I don't
is starting
like
to
that
put it
game.
together.
That Yankee game next Friday is going to get lost in the cycle. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless there's a brawl, no one's going to talk about it. I think this World Cup could really help the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, but to me that's scary
really do.
because I don't know if they get the interest back after, depending where they're at.
No, but what I'm saying is they can kind of
They can try and put it together.
They can settle down a little bit.
But that's a pretty tough schedule. They could be
It's a
out of it.
All I'm saying is, like you and I, there will be days, not all the time, some of the time, we don't get to a ton of Jays. And I could probably say the same for a lot of there aren't a lot of shows in this market anymore that talk about everything. The few that do, they're probably in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the Leafs still have to do stuff.
Right.
So like the news cycle in Toronto is going to get very congested, extremely congested. I think that could help the Jays.
No, and I hear what you're saying totally. But after those 3 weeks, what if people come back? They're not 8.5 out of the division. They're 15 out of the division and like 6, 7, 8 out of the wild card.
Edward in the chat, you're crazy, Sid. Soccer is a minor sport here.
But it's a World Cup.
Not during the FIFA. Not during the FIFA.
Man,
I'm telling you.
forget how big the World Cup is.
Like some of y'all forget. Like I'm surprised at some of
Or
these.
like maybe you're like Sean, like I'm very ready for a distraction from these Jays.
What
which
I
is
listen,
true.
if you don't like soccer, that's up to you. I have no issues with it. What I have an issue with is if you demand I also don't like soccer because you don't like soccer. You got to stick it on that. I'm not hearing that.
No, but it's more about the event.
No, to me it's about the soccer.
Well, for you, but I'm saying
To
for
me it's about the soccer.
But you're saying it draws in people. That's why it takes over the news cycle because it's an event.
it is a news event. Man.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like it's the biggest sporting event in the world, which
is why
crosses
FIFA's
over into
so
news
corrupt.
constantly.
Yes.
So if you don't want to watch the World Cup, that's up to you. Don't tell me I shouldn't watch.
No,
the
but
World
people
Cup.
get
Who cares?
absorbed by
Get
the
outta here with
event is of itself. Not you. I'm talking about
that. The
regular
notion that
people.
people aren't going to watch this in
Yes.
droves. Do you know this is going to be the biggest thing TSN's ever aired?
Yeah.
Like, are you aware of that?
Oh, I think they know.
Over your World Junior Hockey Championships, over golf, over the NFL. I got news for all of you. This is going to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that makes a few of you uncomfortable. Too bad. Just want to say that. Anything, man, we've emptied the Jays tank today. Anything else on the Jays?
No. I mean, what else is there to say? We'll see what
All right.
happens tonight.
Michael in the chat. Hey, can we have some Leafs talk? You know what? We have a little bit. Azo, I didn't show you this.
Oh boy. Full of surprises today.
So there's a podcast out. Forgive me, I haven't heard it, but a recent episode of a podcast called NHL Draft Class is out, and Gavin McKenna spoke. They talked to Gavin McKenna.
Whoa.
And this is, I'm assuming this is before the combine. So we know that there was a trip to Whitehorse, Yukon, his hometown, by the Leafs. We can confirm John Chayka was there.
Oh wow.
Went to McKenna's home. And this is what else McKenna said on the podcast. Quote, John Chayka, he ended up coming up to Whitehorse. So I got to meet with him and had a really good conversation with him. I think they've got their combine after this. So we go meet with them there in Buffalo and we'll see where things go. So that's the latest. Also, I can tell you, one of the more interesting storylines developing out of the combine is who's having dinner with whom.
Yeah.
And I don't remember this being like that big of a story, but it's becoming a big story. And Rick Dhaliwal in Vancouver, who I'm a big fan of.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Him and Don Taylor do a really good job. And Rick's dialed in and he was reporting that the Canucks were having dinner with many people. Like you brought up Chase Reed this week from Sault Ste. Marie.
I believe tonight.
Rick Dhaliwal said they're having dinner with the following people: Caleb Malhotra, which would be a hilarious dinner.
Yeah.
Like Manny Malhotra is trying to learn more about Caleb Malhotra. Chase Reed, Ivar Stenberg, and Gavin McKenna. So, like, I find it interesting McKenna and Stenberg aren't big-timing teams who aren't in the top two.
Oh.
I find that interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, we've seen that in all types of drafts.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, top prospects in the NFL and NBA sometimes just go nowhere.
Yeah, that's true too.
They don't see anybody. I do find it interesting, and it goes with the narrative of this draft that it's way more unpredictable than we're allowing up top.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone's meeting with everybody. I think that's the way you have to do it, regardless. That's just the way I would think too. But nowadays, with these kids and these prospects, Azo, you can never tell.
No, I agree. But
I think that's really interesting.
If a team wants to go after a defenseman, I think they understand that and realize
for sure,
right, the value in a defenseman. So if a team wants to jump early on one of them, you have to talk to guys, and it's only 3. Like they're talking to 4 teams instead of 2. So I kind of get it.
Rick Dhaliwal is also reporting Brendan Gallagher of the Habs. His agent has been given permission by Montreal to help find a deal.
Oh wow, nice.
Now that's still a big ticket. Like he's on. He has a $6.5 million, I think, for the final year. That's
always makes me laugh.
That's not going to be easy to move on Gallagher.
No.
Like you got to eat some of that. So we'll see. But he definitely wants to go to Vancouver. If I'm Manny Malhotra and Ryan Johnson, I would love Brendan Gallagher for a season or 2 to be with those kids. I think that would be really smart for that franchise.
Agreed. 100%.
Really smart. I don't care if it's 12 minutes a night, 13 minutes a night. I don't care what he's playing.
Yep.
He knows the market. He wants to enjoy himself. Go ahead.
It's to have
Just
him in
do
the
it.
room, without a doubt.
Yes.
I always find that funny though. Hey, let your agent go find a deal. Do our work.
That is like the ultimate get out of here.
Right?
It is hugely disrespectful.
It makes me laugh every time.
I haven't thought of it that way.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Every time I hear that, it's laugh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go somewhere else.
Oh, you want to trade out of town? Figure it out for yourself.
Right.
Here's my Rolodex. Shut up.
We don't have a role for you. Maybe your agent can find a role for you.
Get out of here. Did you catch little Kipper and Bourne yesterday?
I did.
So they're very much of the opinion. There's a lot of false flags being thrown out by the Leafs in their coaching search right now. And what I mean by that is just they're trying to suss out who the leaks are. And I think based on what we're seeing, they're finding out some information.
I think so too. I think that's why we're seeing all this miscommunication.
Yeah. I have to be honest. I don't have the patience to ever play that game because I have work to do.
It is fun though.
It is fun.
It is.
You love that game.
I do.
If Azo was like the 19th AGM of the Toronto Maple Leafs,
that would be my only job.
You would be the leak guy.
Yeah.
You'd be like
100%.
a plumber. Deal with the leaks. Your nickname would be the plumber.
I want to be the guy who tries to find the leaks. Find the leaks. Go
find the leaks,
somewhere.
but then repair the leaks.
Yeah.
Then you repair it. So Kipper was on that yesterday, which I found fascinating. And the other thing, your theory on Peter Laviolette. And the Leafs' interest in Peter Laviolette. Right. What were you thinking?
I heard Frank Saravelli was on pregame last night on the Fan while I was driving to the game to meet you, and I was listening to him, and he said some interesting things, and he was talking about how he feels like the Leafs search, because I think he's saying, like, we all knew they were doing Zoom interviews, and then next week they were going to try and switch to in-person, and there were some reports that they'd have it down to 3 to 5 nominees. Well, Frank's heard that they're kind of escalating that they were impressed so much by an interview they had that they might, he feels, he wasn't reporting it, but he strongly suggested that maybe they might escalate the search or try to advance it further because they were really impressed by an interview they did.
So Frank's, just so I'm clear, so Frank Saravelli isn't reporting, but he's suggesting someone knocked their socks off in an interview to the point where they might not want to lose this person.
And then I thought about what Elliot Friedman said yesterday.
It was Wah.
Yeah. But Frank kept using...
Hold on. Finally, Frank and Elliot getting along.
There you go.
There you go.
Although Frank did keep mentioning Peter Laviolette. And I was like, nah, it can't be, right? Like, as an example. But like, he kept throwing it out as an example. Anyways, they let Frank go. And then they promoted that Peter Laviolette will be on their show today on pregame. So he'll be joining the Fan today.
And in
which
your
makes
mind,
me think
that means what?
He's out. Why would you agree to go on something if you're still in the hunt?
Yeah.
Or he didn't even interview.
Like, only Bruce Cassidy's that dumb.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Now we'll see if he goes on. He hasn't appeared yet.
You know who's not doing interviews right now? Patrick Waugh.
Yeah. You don't say yes to an interview if you're in the middle of almost getting a job.
He right now is Fermé Labouche.
Yeah.
Big time. 1,000% Fermé Labouche. Oh, Chris LaRose in the chat about the leak. He knows who it is.
Okay.
It's the chef.
That's actually very good. Very good.
Oh, you rascal. That's a great chat contribution.
That is.
That's very good.
But yeah, why would you agree to go on somewhere in that market if you're still up to be the head coach? So he's got to be out.
So Laviolette, thank God, is not going to be the least head coach.
I agree.
Guys, go back and revisit that last Rangers season, please. Please.
It is funny going on all these shows and then they talk about if he should be and they're like, they're not like sold on it, but they don't want to upset him because they know he's a regular and a good guest. It sucks.
By the way, can I be honest with you? I've seen good guests.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if Peter Laviolette's a great guest. Like, let's be honest.
Better coach.
I'd rather hear Ray Ferraro any day of the week than Peter Laviolette. I'd rather hear Frank Corrado any day of the week. I'd rather hear Kipper or Bourne. And I think Sammy's hilarious. Like, I give you 15 names right now I'd rather hear on radio and TV ahead of Peter Laviolette.
Agreed.
Sorry.
No,
he's not that great a guest. He's not. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So Saravelli's hinting at an accelerated process here is wild.
Accelerated. That's the word I was
wild.
For. Yes.
Patrick Waugh really scared them that much, eh?
No, but I don't know. Do we know for sure it's Patrick Waugh? Maybe there's names we haven't talked about. Maybe it's David Carl.
I mean, look,
I don't know.
Okay, whoever's going to be the next head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, obviously, this is going to shut down the news cycle in the city.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I think, a lot about what they think they have in their team and the direction they're trying to go.
But if it's Waugh, it's still like...
Yeah, that's true, too.
It still doesn't tell me
that's true
a lot. Because he was great with Matthew Schaefer this season. Now, the Islanders were also that bad.
Right.
Where an
18-year-old
walks in and he's like your leader. That's a pathetic roster. I'm sorry.
True.
Schaefer's amazing, but that also is very telling of the team.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Where the hell's everyone else? Some of you guys have been in the league 10 years. This teenager is now running the show?
Yeah.
Wake up.
It's true. It's a very good point.
It's not like Waugh had a great team there. Okay, so we don't have a ton of Leafy stuff today.
No. But it is pretty interesting. It'd be interesting to hear if Laviolette actually acknowledges that he went for the interview or was interviewed.
By the way, we didn't pull the clip because we had a lot. Maybe we do it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
A morning show in Montreal tore a strip off me in French the other day.
Yes, they did.
I've had people in English get mad at me. I've had people in Portuguese get mad at me. I have never been attacked in French like this. And I understood maybe 20% of it to 15.
I understand one sentence. Fermé Labouche.
So maybe we'll grab it for tomorrow.
Yes.
Because it's like a major league morning show in Montreal sports, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and find this clip.
Yeah.
I heard it.
I have it.
And I'm like, wow, I think they're mad at me.
Fun Fridays. We'll play it.
We'll play it.
Yeah.
Fun Francais Fridays. We'll have Tele Francais on Friday.
There you go.
We'll do
perfect.
It. Oh, they were so mad at me.
They were very mad.
And Azo a little bit, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. It was more. Jay Caro in the chat. Play the clip. Forget Santander. We don't have the clip. It's my bad. We should have pulled the clip. And secondly, we'll get to Santander here in a couple seconds because Alejandro Kirk wasn't the only one to have a good kind of rehab day. We'll get to that in a second.
Mike, know your role and ferme la bouche.
Ferme la bouche. Je m'excuse. Je m'excuse. We got 10 minutes. I want to do the Bettman stuff here quickly, 100%. And then NBA. We should talk NBA Finals, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
So earlier this week, again before the Stanley Cup Final began on Tuesday, Gary Bettman, Bill Daly, Gary Bettman, Commissioner of the NHL, Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly, had their annual State of the League press conference. It is rather amusing to watch as the years go by how little F's those two guys give in front of the media, to the point where it's now very entertaining. It used to be pompous. Now it's really interesting to watch. And Gary Bettman, who I believe turned 74 years old on the day of this press conference on Tuesday, talked about how he's not going to be doing the gig forever, and they're looking at the next commissioner. This is what he said.
Organization, major organization, it's incumbent upon its CEO, which a commissioner is, and its board to have a succession plan. I am 74, and I do acknowledge the fact that I can't do this forever. We have been in discussions over the last couple of years, at least, as to what a succession plan might look like. It hasn't been fully implemented. The executive committee is fully on board. The board has been briefed in terms of the direction that we may go. But beyond that, there's nothing happening imminently, and reports of my demise or retirement are greatly exaggerated.
Cute. Official Nickel City Grunge in the chat. No Canadian team has won the cup during Bettman's tenure. Is that true?
Yeah.
Because he was in 94.
Was it?
He came in around 94.
Okay.
Dude, look at early pictures of Gary Bettman at 94. He looks 12 years old.
It's true.
It's wild to look at. Okay, so Gary Bettman's kind of got not a full foot out the door, but maybe half a foot. The next topic that came up that I found interesting was Bruce Cassidy. Now, as we know, Bruce Cassidy was fired with 8 games to go in Vegas. He has not been allowed to interview with certain teams, specifically Edmonton and LA, specifically Edmonton. That's got everyone's attention. The league, I've spoken to Vegas about this. Vegas fired Bruce Cassidy, but there was a non-compete in the contract. And what that means is Bruce Cassidy, while being paid for the next season, cannot just go wherever he wants. Vegas has say. Let's remind everyone about the non-compete. Someone should remind Bruce Cassidy about it. So this was brought up to both Bill Daly and Gary Bettman. And as kind of straightforward as Gary Bettman can be sometimes, Bill Daly will cut your face and you won't even know he did it. He can be worse, but way nicer about it. So in this clip where they go back and forth, it goes Daly, Bettman, Daly about the Bruce Cassidy thing. Listen for how low-key kick in the groin Daly is about this towards Cassidy.
So we don't find it unreasonable because we're allowing it to happen. I do think Vegas is clearly within their contractual rights to do what they're doing. We also understand and appreciate that they're on a Stanley Cup run right now, and they don't need the distractions necessarily of a coach signing somewhere else. So we'll get to the end of the season, and we'll see where we go from there. Obviously, we've talked to all the parties involved in this, including Bruce. So he knows what our position on the subject is, and he might not be happy about it, but he was accepting of it, and we'll see where we go from there.
When you sign and insist upon a long-term contract, there are certain under league policies consequences of that, and so where we find ourselves is completely reasonable.
There are contracts that exist in the league that would not allow for this to happen. His was not one of them.
That's like a steel chair over their head legally.
Yeah.
Those are two lawyers saying, shut the hell up.
100%.
So Bill Daly in that also said Bruce wasn't happy, but he's accepting of it. I don't think he's that accepting.
No kidding.
Because Michael Russo in The Athletic over the weekend had more quotes from Bruce Cassidy. Bruce Cassidy will not stop talking about this. These are the Cassidy quotes from the weekend. Again, who's being paid to not work right now and is dying to take over the Oilers job, and the Golden Knights won't let him. Quote, I'm getting paid money to sit at home. Well, I'd rather go to work, to be honest. I would. I'd rather earn it. So that's my position on that. I'd give the salary up tomorrow and bet on myself if that freed me up to go interview, but it doesn't. So that's the problem. I'd quit and give up the money. It doesn't let me go to work, though. I'm still waiting for Vegas to let me go. They just get off the hook for the salary. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to do that. But if it were that easy, I would have done it a month ago, to be honest, and bet on myself. Because I know there's some openings out there. Teams have asked. Did you hear Paul Bissonnette's quote on the podcast recently on Spit and Chicklets?
I didn't.
I don't think it was the one that Cassidy was on.
Mm-hmm.
But forgive me, I'm paraphrasing. But Bissonnette talked about the end of Cassidy's tenure this season in Vegas. And he said, based on what he's hearing in the room, those guys were done with Cassidy.
Wow.
Done. The reputation of Bruce is, how do you say, rather direct. But the impression I'm getting from Cassidy is this. If this is what he's like publicly when he doesn't get his way, what the hell is he like behind closed doors? Because this is now becoming slightly unhinged.
Agreed.
With Bruce Cassidy.
Well,
if I'm the here's what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm the Oilers, what am I really getting myself into here? Because I know he can win quickly.
100%.
I'm gonna pay through the nose. I don't know if Connor's staying past this season. We'll see how it goes. But this looks a little off to me how Bruce Cassidy has handled it.
Totally.
That's the nicest way I can put it.
Totally.
You understand where I'm going with
Well,
this?
and even more so than that, not even the players. Like the way now it's been Daly,
Kelly
McCrimmon.
McCrimmon.
Yeah, McCrimmon, who's have said, we've talked to him. He knows where we stand. He's
Yeah.
good with it. And then he goes out and laughs it. Like, so is he just that guy? Okay, yeah, I'm good with it. And then knows he's going to take a shot at you 5 minutes later? Like he's acting. It's bizarre.
I got to be honest with you. If I'm a future employee, a little worried.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a little worried at that because
100%.
this is like someone needs to kind of tell Bruce, no more interviews. He doesn't look like he fully understands. And I know he's a smarter guy than that, but it's coming off like he doesn't understand what he signed.
Well, the fact the league would have to call you to talk to you about it.
Like the league have now said privately to Vegas and publicly this week in Carolina, shut up, idiot.
Right.
Is what they're saying.
It's in the contract. You know it is.
Yeah. Other people didn't sign that contract, but you did. There's a non-compete. Vegas can tell you next year where you go as they pay you.
It's easy to say it's not about the money when you've gotten most of the money. Like, that's not what it's about. You're right. It's not what it's about for Vegas either.
Official Nickel City Grunge in the chat. He's getting pissed. It's the off season. He wants to work.
The cup finals isn't even over yet.
Then don't sign the contract you signed. You signed it. Like, this is crazy.
Where's he getting to work? The teams are in the off season. This season isn't even
It's
over.
not a charity case.
Everybody's telling you, just wait till the Stanley Cup final is over. We'll deal with it then.
It's the NHL. Do you know how many more jobs are going to be thrown at this guy, whether they're warranted or not?
Yes.
All they do is recycle coaches in that league. He's going to work another 7 jobs in his life at a head coaching level. Bruce, shut up. You might get the job you want. The Oilers are going to wait. The Oilers are not hiring Berube.
Right.
They're not. They're not hiring Bruce Boudreau. They're not hiring Laviolette. They're waiting for you. Just sit there. Wait. No more talking.
100%.
No more pods, no more interviews. Stop it.
You're gonna get
I'm just seeing a side of Bruce that you've heard about behind the scenes. Relentless. He's relentless. But this is PR now. If you're going to do that behind the scenes with a player, that's one thing. Other teams are looking at you here. This looks weird.
I agree.
Stop talking like this.
And they're saying they've talked to you and they said you get it, but then you prove you don't get it.
Man,
Not
Todd,
a guy you can trust.
Todd Pickles in the chat. Just collect your free paycheck and watch the playoffs, bud.
100%, Todd.
Boom face.
Yes.
Boom face, Todd.
That's the thing. Like, the season's not what work you going to get to. Every season's off. Players are relaxing. It's after the season.
John in the chat.
Chill.
And to shut up your face. Yeah. Again, I can't stress this enough. The NHL is going to hire Bruce Cassidy over another 7 times.
Agreed.
No exaggeration. That might be the number. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get the Oilers job, and you're not going to get it this way. You're not.
No, you know how the league doesn't hire him another 7 times? Because of Bruce Cassidy keeps talking.
Yeah.
He's going to hurt himself.
True. 100%.
Like, at least just give it till the Stanley Cup Finals. It's literally 2 weeks. Go on a vacation. Do something.
Enjoy
You're getting
yourself.
paid. You're getting paid to do nothing. Just go somewhere and enjoy 2 weeks.
Bruce Cassidy is such a hockey maniac. He's just at home taking every interview, yelling at the NHL in Vegas. That's all he's doing.
Showing more fight than the Habs did.
Go to Venice.
Yeah.
Go to Rome.
Watch the World Cup.
Knock yourself out. Enjoy. Dude, go on an Italian patio and have a drink and enjoy yourself. Nope. Any other pods? Anyone else want to talk?
Every
All
other
right.
coach would want to break. Like guys are saying, maybe I don't want to rush back in. Chris Knobloch, those guys. Like, it's kind of psycho-ish too that he wants to get back in so
Mike
badly.
in the chat. He has a cup ring. Shut the bleep up. If you want another one, you can't go about it this way. Is the point.
And not right now.
What do you mean he has a cup ring? So all legal obligations go out the window because he has a cup ring? Get out of here. Oh, he's a cup ring. Go wherever you want.
But that's
Walk
why he's
across
gonna-
the street, Bruce Cassidy.
That's also why he's going to
Get
get another
outta
job
here.
no matter what.
Bunch of malarkey.
He will get it. Craig Berube got another job based on his cup ring. He will get another job because of that cup ring.
Can I make a prediction
But
right
just
now?
be quiet for 2 weeks.
Can I make a prediction right now?
Yeah.
Craig Berube is coaching the Oilers next year. Because at some point, the Oilers are going to have to make a call.
No.
Yep.
It's torts.
I'm telling you. It could be torts.
I think Vegas would rather Edmonton have torts than have Cassidy.
Who gets a job first for next season? Torts or Cassidy?
Torts.
It might be Torts.
I think
might be
Vegas would rather Torts went to Edmonton than have Cassidy go there.
Oh, they Trojan horse
Yes.
Torts.
Yes.
A Torts Trojan horse.
100%.
And they throw him into Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and McDavid's done by middle of November.
100%.
And Vegas is like, gotcha.
That's what I see happening.
It's chess,
Yeah.
not Yahtzee, as the phrase goes. All right. The Knicks are winning the NBA Finals, right?
Definitely.
Like, this is going to end. 105-95 is a hell of a game.
It's game of runs for sure.
Jalen Brunson, who hurt everything on his body last night, still finished with 30. Victor Wembanyama, this is a bad night for Victor. 26, 12, and 3 blocks. 6 of 21. I keep hearing Victor Wembanyama have a bad night at 6 of 21.
I know.
26, 12, and 3. The Knicks have won 12 straight in the postseason. The record's 15, I think, from Golden State going back in their heyday.
But San
Is it-
Antonio kind of controlled it for the first half. Like they were
They did.
using home court.
They did.
But then I think the inexperience or whatever came out and the Knicks just kind of took command. Javon Shepard made a great point on TSN, like that Wemby and the Spurs aren't taking this series as personally as they seem to take the OKC series.
Well, it's one game.
No, I know.
I think Javon does a great job, but like that's one game.
No, but if you can see it a little bit.
I don't know.
Because
I
they
don't know
did.
about
They
that.
did take, like, they went into the OKC showdown on fire.
You know-
whether it was because Shea won the MVP or they wanted to own the West, like they knew that was the matchup for that.
Well, if I'm the Spurs, I take it personally when Ben Stiller is like running the show on Celebrity Row.
Yeah.
And also, who should have taken it more personally? De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
So I think it was scoreless in 11 minutes.
Dude, Cat was
nothing. De'Aaron Fox did nothing last night for the Spurs.
I owe Cat an apology. I thought he was going to get out like manhandled in the series. He looked great last night.
Did you hear
matched
the,
up?
Did you hear the quote from him after the game?
No.
He felt like his late mom was in the stands watching.
Oh wow. He was on fire.
The crap that guy has taken in New York.
Yeah.
Do you remember last year when he was to blame for everything?
Yeah.
Everything.
He was
And
really
he didn't play
impressive.
great towards the end in the Eastern Final against Indiana. I got it. But like, I'm really happy to see this for Karl
I
Anthony
agreed.
Towns.
Agreed. I didn't give him much of a chance in this series. I thought he could be a weakness. He looked amazing.
By the
And
way,
Josh Hart could be MVP. Like the little things he does is unbelievable.
The dumbest scheduling ever. Game 2 is tomorrow, Friday. Game 3, Monday.
Wait, what? No game all week.
No game all weekend
Sunday,
in the NBA
especially
Finals.
Sunday.
Nope.
Sunday's a great day
No
for
game
an NBA
Sunday.
game.
Nope.
Can I say Will Brunson? Will Brunson. Jesus.
Jalen
Jalen Brunson might be my favorite player to watch since like AI or Kobe.
Hold on. That's a statement.
I know he plays some hero ball sometimes, which gets them into trouble.
That's a hell of a statement.
I
dude.
love watching him play.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Just the way he goes to the hoops. Like it's
I
like
like
old
him.
school
I
basketball.
don't like him more than Kobe.
No, since I'm saying he's my favorite player to watch play. Like I could just sit there and watch him play.
So
all
not
day.
not LeBron.
Like AI. No,
Not
LeBron's
Steph?
Not
Really?
Yeah. Well, Steph was fun. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Steph was fun. Greatest
was
shooter
fun.
of all
okay,
time.
maybe since Steph. Maybe since Steph. But still, that's a long time from when Steph first came in the league.
Okay, so give me
Jalen Brunson's awesome.
One last thing before we go. A WWE Danhausen update on the Knicks, because he demanded courtside seats for Game 3 on Monday, or one of the games in New York, or he would curse the Knicks. So what do we need to know about Danhausen as a?
So he's in Italy or in Europe with the WWE. They're on their European tour, but he sent a message into First Take, which I only saw after the show yesterday, to Stephen A, saying that his checks have cleared so far, but he either has to give him more money for the uncursing to continue, his own show on ESPN, or those courtside tickets.
He's now talking directly to Stephen A on air about the curse?
Yes.
Smart.
If he wants to keep it uncursed, yes.
Smart.
And Stephen A said he's not abiding to this blackmail. It's like, this is blackmail and you won't have any
Well,
part.
it is blackmail, because I'm looking right now at one of the cheapest seats for Game 3 at Madison Square Garden on Monday night.
Are they going up?
It's $7,500 a ticket.
Come on.
It's an insane uptick over the last 24 hours for Game 3 at MSG on Monday for the NBA Finals. It's insane. This makes Canada-Bosnia look like a $20 ticket.
FIFA is so jealous of that. It's crazy.
FIFA's like, I want to do that.
One more thing basketball-wise, I think we should shout out. Missed it yesterday. Marina Mayberry named Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Yes.
First time she's got that honor, first in franchise history. It's pretty good. They lost last night, the Tempo, but I thought she deserved a shout out for that because she's been a great leader for this team.
What a great pickup for that organization.
Amazing. She
veteran presence.
Yep.
She knows how to handle media. She can mentor. She can score. They're making the playoffs. Tempo this
I
year.
think so.
To hell with it.
She surpassed 3,000 career points this week too.
They will set the, how do you say, tempo.
Yeah. First night of the CFL tonight, huh? Too.
Oh my God, the CFL starts tonight. You're right.
Yeah,
their balls are bigger. The CFL always freaks me out with the scheduling. It just kind of pops out. It's here. Like, all right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's a lot going on, is what you're saying.
Yeah. A lot of things launching and starting.
All right. Scott in the chat. Have a great rest of the day, everyone. All right. Don't do my job.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anything else, Azzo? You good?
No, just hit like and subscribe, please.
Appreciate it. Our apologies. We wanted to get to the Anthony Santander news, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Jeff Azzopardi and everyone here at Sick Media, my name is Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. See what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.